Hello, welcome to A Fistful of Dice. I'm Matt, and today we're going to be talking about taking the numbers out of your tabletop game. So, I just finished dinner, and I'm about to start my shift at work. But before that starts, I wanted to make this video really quick, because it's a video that I wanted to make for a while. And my roommate and I, who's in my gaming group, were talking about this. And this idea was sort of strengthened with the Halloween game that I did with Dawn Forgecast on Sunday. The idea is focusing less on numbers in tabletop gaming and focusing more on the story and the actual actions of your character. In other words, making it more abstract. Or rather, making it more specific, because numbers are a little abstract. So what I mean by this is if you're a longtime role player, a longtime gamer, you know how the game works, you know how the rules work. You come to the table knowing exactly how to play the game. And you know that when you swing your sword, you're going to be rolling a d20, you're going to be adding a number to it, and then if you hit, you're going to be rolling your damage, adding a number to it. And it sort of takes away a little bit from the magic of the game. And when you're a new player, when you're totally new to the game and you don't understand the rules or anything like that, you come to the table and you ask the GM what to do. You say, I'd like to get up on this table and swing, and I'd like to attack this guy. And the GM says, okay, you can move up on the table. That's fine. So you're on top of the table, and I'll give you a bonus to your roll since you're at a place of advantage here. And go ahead and roll a d20, add your attack to it, and then I'll tell you if you hit or not. And that's a little bit more fun for me, honestly, is sort of not being too abstract with it, with the numbers. Instead of just saying, I'm going to attack with my sword, think of it more as a story. You're trying to tell a story, and on your turn, it's your turn to add to that story. You know, you're telling part of a story. And in order to do that, you need to focus less on the numbers. And this goes for out of combat as well. What I have been urging my players to do, and I'm not GMing right now, so I haven't been doing this lately, but what I was urging my players to do was to think less about the rules when they're playing. Like, it's the GM's job to worry about the rules. Obviously, the players need to know what their characters are capable of, how spells work, how combat works, and stuff like that. But it really is up to the game master to decide what a character should be rolling. So a good example of this is a character is talking to an NPC, and they're trying to get something from this NPC. Let's go with my tried and true example. The PCs are talking to the mayor of a town, and they need his help. And they're not getting really anywhere with him, and one of the PCs says, I would like to roll my Intimidate to try and intimidate him. He rolls his Intimidate, he rolls it pretty high, Mayor becomes more complacent. What it should be, instead of saying, I would like to roll my Intimidate, is the player just takes it upon his or herself to be intimidating. Like, show, don't tell. You know, if any of you have taken any writing classes or read any books on writing, that's like the golden rule of writing. Show, don't tell. Don't say the sword was sharp. Like, describe the blade. Describe how it feels. So, instead of saying, I would like to roll my Intimidate to intimidate the mayor, be intimidating. And if you are intimidating, the GM will say, roll your Intimidate. Then you can roll your Intimidate to back up your RP. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about taking the numbers out of the game. Worrying less about the rules and more about the story, more about your character. Now, the reason why I've been thinking about this a lot lately is because on Sunday at the Halloween game that I participated in with Andrew, Dawn Forgecast, Jason, Dark Age of, and Ander, Woodwad, we did not roll a single die. We didn't roll a single die. We didn't have a rule set. We had a pretty good idea of what our characters were capable of, and what the world was like, and that was about it. We knew it was high fantasy. We didn't know where where we were going to be going, or anything like that. We had a full 2-hour game session with combat and some puzzly type elements, mystery, exploration, discovery, awesome RP, spells, magic, without rolling a single die. Now, obviously, I like dice. I'm a fistful of dice. But you cannot let the dice, the numbers, the rules override the heart of gaming, which is characters and storytelling. It's conflict, struggle, achievements, victory, or failure. And I think, like, if you're finding that gaming is getting stale for you, if you're getting frustrated at the table with the rules, with how the game is going, if you roll a miss and it pisses you off and puts you in a bad mood, remember that the heart of gaming is telling a story, and that the dice are there to help you tell that story. The rules are there to help you tell that story. You can't let the rules dictate the game. And I've been thinking about that more lately, and I've really come to realize that that's something we all have to remember. So, yeah, let me know what you think, guys. But at the end of the day, it's all about the story and telling a story with your friends. That's what's so great about the hobby. Take care, guys. Happy gaming.